Trump's new press secretary is an absolute savage. Stick around to the very end. I'm going to cover some comments of a previous video. And if you would, please subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to support for free.
You know, we have a man here that I don't know, but he's defending me all the time on CNN. And he defends me really well, but he can't go too far because if he goes too far, he'll get fired. I said, you're amazing. You can take it right to the edge. And he really does a good job. He's not allowed to go any further. He would be off, you know, if he really went totally crazy, which he'd like to do. But I think he's terrific. Scott Jennings.
Scott Jennings. Terrific
Where
guy.
are you, Scott?
Incredible guy.
Come here, Scott.
Come here.
This guy, really, I've watched him for years. I don't know him, but he likes Trump. Come here, Scott. Oh, CNN, this is the end of Scott. No, who cares? Don't worry, we'll take care of you, Scott. Scott Jennings, really great.
Thank you. Michigan. We were flying in here today, and I said, look at these farms. I got to get a farm in Michigan, because when you own as many libs as I do, you got to put a place to put them all. Thank you all very much.
Why can't you just
He said when you own as many libs. That's so good.
acknowledge that what Donald Trump said this morning was abhorrent and that no president should ever threaten annihilating a civilization? Why can't you just acknowledge that?
Look, he's talking to them in the way he thinks he needs to talk to them.
Why can't you acknowledge that?
Because
that is something that no
because I
president
don't take
of the United
orders
States
from
should
you,
say.
number one, and number two, I give him the space to negotiate with the Iranians the best way he knows how.
All
right, well, let me just ask one final, let me ask a final question, Scott, for the record. Do you think it's acceptable for the president to threaten to annihilate a civilization?
I think it's acceptable for the commander-in-chief to deal with these people in the best way that he can.
Is that a yes or is it a
no?
No?
Result.
Is that a yes or is it a no?
So that's a
yes. Is that a
I'm
yes
not
or
going to
a no?
second guess him. I'm not going to second guess
So
him.
it's a yes?
He put out a statement. We now have a ceasefire.
Okay.
Those are the two things
I just wanted to ask for the record.
Yes.
That's a yes on your part.
I mean, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
The United
man.
States, you can't violate national sovereignty of a country.
Why?
Why?
We do it all the time.
Oh, I know, because America violates international law all the time.
Who's going to stop us?
Decades,
You would think morality ought to play some role.
You think
in
it's
stopping.
immoral to stop
You think
Iran
nothing-
from getting a nuclear weapon?
I think that any condition.
Who's the moral
You don't think. That's the first thing you should have started with. You don't think.
actor here, Iran or the United States?
In terms of ensuring that we don't have nuclear bombs anywhere?
No,
You think-
in terms of ensuing these butchers don't have nuclear bombs that they have
Well,
fully
brother.
said they will use on Israel.
Well, we got a larger
This is the
discussion.
world-
We've got United States,
There's no
Israel.
equivocation.
Hold on, Scott.
What they've done in Gaza gives neither one of them moral authority. That's a genocide, it's ethnic cleansing. Israel has no moral authority. United States has no moral authority.
Disagree.
You think that no, we just had deep disagreements on that. But I'd like to hear your Christian formulation.
So
on
your
this. Where does the
alternative
cross
is to
play a
allow
role?
them to develop
Where
and
does the
deploy
cross
a
play a
nuclear
role,
weapon?
my brother?
Hold on a second.
Where does the love? Where's the love for you, for Iranians, and for Palestinians and others?
We don't live in a theocracy, but they do, and their theology
I don't defend theocracies.
Their theology is to get a nuclear weapon, destroy Israel, and destroy the great Satan, which is the United States. Our government is based on one thing, national defense. And what's in the best interest of our national defense is for these fanatics not to have a nuclear weapon where they can wipe us off the map. It has nothing to do with Christian...
Sounds like common sense to me. I know the left doesn't like that. I love how they always try to play the morality argument. What about the morals? Don't you think that we should be good to these people that want to bomb us and kill us? Yeah, we should be good to them, dude.
Whatever. It has everything to do with national defense.
And you don't think
that's
there's
what
fanatics?
Well, you know, I opened up my social media algorithm this morning, Maria, to find that the principal spokesperson for the Democratic Party, Hassan Piker, was leading a rally last night, a rally last night to celebrate the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
You know that's
so
not true.
I love the recitation of the talking points. All of the energy in your party is behind a bunch of violent socialists who have taken over the messaging operation of the Democratic Party. And look, midterms are historically good for the party out of power. I wonder if Democrats are squandering their opportunity because they've outsourced all of their energy and messaging to people who want to fundamentally rip out the United States of America root and branch.
That message reeks of desperation on behalf of Republicans.
Pick it up, take a look at it. Are you defending
the midterm
it?
elections
Defend
are
it.
just completely not going to be in their favor.
Defend it.
Because you look at the generic ballot,
She won't.
Democrats are ahead. You look at where Americans think which party is going to handle the economy better, Democrats are winning on that. And Scott, I appreciate...
Nah, I don't know if the Democrats going to win on that. Oh, no. Giving away more money to people that don't want to work. I don't know. I already think that system's broken. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I already hate the whole Section 8 food stamps. I already hate all that. I hate the fact that you can just get free money for doing nothing. Actually, wait a minute. You guys can just scan this QR code and get $10 on me for free cash. Click the link in the description. You can play mobile games and make real cash money, boy. You can cash out in less than 20 minutes. Average person gets cashed out in like 18 minutes and they make around 20 bucks. So if you need some beer money, you need a new jar for the liberal tears that you see all these people shedding, because there's a lot of them right now. Scan the QR code, click the link description, $10 on me. Never say I've never done anything for you guys. Don't ever say it. And if you do, I might vote blue.
That you're trying to smear every single Democrat with some of the craziness that you're talking about.
They're smearing themselves by keeping these violent thugs around.
It's just not true, and the American people aren't buying it.
They're smearing themselves, Maria.
Actually, they are. A lot of Americans are buying it. That's why mostly everybody voted red.
Keeping people like this around.
Unafraid to die.
Hassan Piker is a puppet for the left, even though this dude is a millionaire, makes tons of money off the backs of his viewers, and is a complete LARPing, fake individual. The fact that he even has a platform is wild to me.
Because Trump has put you in a very difficult position. Because as my colleagues have said here, right, if Joe Biden or any other Democrat would have said this, you'd be like, that's ridiculous.
I don't know you very well, but I can assure you that the condition of Donald Trump being the president versus Joe Biden in no way, shape, or form sucks for me or Jim.
I think it's quite difficult to defend somebody who puts you in a position of saying we should put somebody else.
It's really difficult to defend someone that can't get through a sentence. It's really difficult to defend someone who, falls off a bicycle. It's really difficult to defend someone who can't even go up a simple flight of stairs. It's very simple to defend somebody that does creepy things. There's so many things that Joe Biden did. I was like, clearly he's incompetent. Clearly he's too old. This is why we should have old people retake a freaking driving test. Get them off the road if they can't retake the test and pass.
Besides Americans first, especially when he's just given billions of dollars to bail out Argentina.
I think first of all, it was a currency swap, which we made a profit on. Number two, it's quite easy for me to be perfectly comfortable with the President of the United States, who's presiding over a broad coalition that does have disparate views. The previous administration, you couldn't sit here and tell me who the hell was in charge. I know who's in charge.
You're right,
of this
and I'm not going to defend it. I'm not sitting here to defend that. So I don't have Trump derangement syndrome. So all I'm saying is if you had somebody else saying the exact same thing, would you make the same argument? Can you say that honestly? And can you be intellectually honest about that?
Trump is in a difficult political position because his base is diversified here. Some hardliners, some moderates, and some people who want it more wide open. But they're all part of his coalition. He's trying to find a balance, but he's trying to do what's best for the United States. He clearly thinks there is some role for the H-1B program, but he has throttled it somewhat with this application fee. He's clearly listening.
There are a lot of the H-1B program needs to go because they're turning North Dallas into New Delhi, and it's only getting worse with all the mosques, with all the schools being flooded. You go look at Frisco ISD in Texas. The entire Boy Scouts was all Indian kids. It was bad.
They have been at war with us for 47 years.
We all know that Scott Jennings is more than happy to defend a war with a country that starts with the letters IRA that we are currently failing, that is going to put us trillions and trillions of dollars more in debt. I was only a few years old while you were in the administration defending prior endless wars. Now this war is failing.
8 weeks is endless to you?
Okay, you said it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
You have the attention span of a gnat?
Homie, I debated you on TV 4 to 6 weeks ago, and you said we were weeks away from it. Now you're making condescending remarks because you can't defend the fact that this war is not going your way. Wait, one more time.
Not going your way.
Name one political concession. Name one political concession.
Whoa,
honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's hand in my face.
Everybody, hang tight.
Honestly.
Okay.
Damn, did he just drop the F-bomb on his kid?
No, everybody, calm down. Okay, we're having a debate. You can respond to the points that he's made.
He doesn't. I mean, the thing is, the dude's sitting a foot away from me. He doesn't need to be raising his voice and pointing at the dude. Yeah.
You name a political concession that we've got.
We had a flashback to the war the skinheads had in my studio.
I would be.
Look, he checked that kid, and you could just see the fear in his eyes, though, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
war is not going your way. Wait, one more time.
Not going your way.
One political
Get your
concession.
fucking hand out of my
Name
face.
one political concession.
Honestly, I'm not going to have.
Checked it real quick. There's the liberal left right there. Checked it real quick.
Guys,
Like, who do you want running your country? Somebody who's savage like that? Or a kid that just gets checked once and realizes, oh, I can't use my intellect to bully this guy. Like, this guy's like, nah, he's setting a boundary with you.
You can respond to the points that he's making.
Can you name a political concession that we've got?
We are a flashback to the war the skinheads had in my studio.
I would be mad if I had to defend war too. I would be mad if I had to defend war.
Scott, you can respond.
We have a very simple goal: to keep terrorists and a terrorist regime from having a nuclear weapon that can threaten the United States, our interests in the region, our allies in Europe.
That idea.
Anybody else
So
in
you
the world.
can't answer the question.
That is
I
our
would
goal.
get mad too.
All right, we're going to leave it there, guys. Next for us.
For us to normalize this is really out of hand. And as a man of as a dad, as somebody who talked about Christ, I can't believe that you think that this is okay.
You want me to tell you that politics ain't beanbag, Jamal?
No, I want you to tell me that Donald Trump is not a great role model for America's children, and we should be looking for somewhere else to look for that.
Look, he participates in our political culture in a very, very strong way. And when people come out against him, he comes out against them. And you work for Kamala Harris, and I've never heard her say a kind word about Donald Trump or any Republican much. So politics is a rough and tumble business. That I will admit.
I mean, you're from the South. I mean, I think
do I expect Donald Trump to teach my children anything and everything? No, I'll take care of that. He can take care of the politics. I'll take care of my kids. If you need politicians to tell your kids right from wrong, that's your business.
I think generally, let me go ahead and just play it because there's just such a long history of this. Trump punching down, insulting women. Let's just play it.
Scott, never complaining about it.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
But what we want to do
You gotta appreciate his sense of humor, bro.
is to replenish the Social
Such a nasty
Security
woman.
Trust Fund.
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face.
I'm asking you about survivors of Jeffrey Epstein.
You know what?
Is there something incriminating in the file,
I didn't know he said that.
Quiet, piggy. I mean, Scott.
Excuse me, sorry.
Who cares? Dude, if you're fat and you're a big back, it is what it is, dude.
Big back, big back.
You don't want to be called piggy, put the fork down, bro.
Question was pretty straightforward. If you're going to be outraged over traveling on a plane with Natalie, are you going to be outraged over all those things?
I do not believe in demeaning women in any way, number one. Number two.
Not answering the question.
So did the president demean women, and was that unacceptable?
The issue I have with this is...
Are you outraged or not about that?
The issue I have,
outraged?
the issue I have with this
Not
is
answering the question.
Natalie Harp
Not answering the question.
is not a public figure.
Nor is
She has
nor
no.
is Ruby Freeman or
she
Shane
has,
Moss.
She has no ability.
to be honest,
You're not answering the question. You are avoiding the question again, Scott. You continuously distracted, devoid.
My whole thing is it's just words. What if he called her a big back? I call women big backs all the time. I call them piggies. Actually, I don't really call them piggies. I call them big backs. It's just words. I'm not inflicting violence on anyone. God forbid the man has a sense of humor.
Some guardrails on Trump?
I doubt it because, you know, he has huge authority as commander in chief. He doesn't listen to Congress. I'm not sure that there's much that can. The only authority the only authority he recognizes, as we were discussing earlier, is the market. So he doesn't want to do something that tanks the market.
Guardrails for what? To go back to a world where we're all rainbows and unicorns with the Iranians? They've been at war with us for 47 years.
Rainbows and unicorns.
47 years? Okay.
Nobody has been rainbows and unicorns for the Iranians.
Why didn't I learn about the 40? I'm sorry. The first time I've ever heard about the 47-year Iran war was like this year. Like, we don't teach about the 47-year war with Iran in school. Like, it's insulting to actual conflicts.
You believe everything that's taught in school? Come on. Talk about who's indoctrinated. You got to question everything, dude.
Into intelligence that you have no idea what the Iranians have done to us for 47 years.
How many Americans have they killed on U.S. soil in 47 years in the war that we've
They have killed thousands of Americans. They have maimed American soldiers. They have attacked American allies, and they have been at war with the West ever since this regime came to power. And it is their intention to build a nuclear weapon and use it on us and use it on Israel and use it on the West. That is their intention, and they state it every day.
No, they intend to just keep using the Strait of Hormuz. They have now learned that they can behave like a nuclear power without ever needing to be one. But okay, so like if we're going to keep going with this, what number of American troops are we willing to commit to keep going? And like, what's your number? Like, how many U.S. troops are you willing to expend to achieve your objectives? And what amount of money? Because like we're not having that conversation, and we need to, because we've already spent $300 billion. We've already lost. Like,
what
those
amount
are
of
the
money am I
questions
willing to expend
we need to answer
to keep
Those
the
are the
American people
guardrails we're
safe
talking about
from the
with
worst
Congress.
regime in the world? A fair amount.
Why did patriotism?
Why is that even a question? Why is that even a question? How much money are you willing to spend to protect Americans? A lot. A ton of money. When you're the commander in chief of that country, it's like it's my duty to spend a lot of money and spend a lot of resources to take care of the American people. I don't even know why this is a question. This dude's a savage. Oh my gosh. And then every time he tries to answer, they just try to shut him down. They just try to overtalk him. It's like, well, you just this and that, and you just that and this, and you just this and that. You know, it's like, can the dude answer a question? Can he answer anything? So I'm done. What is Hassan Piker saying now? What is this all about? Let's see.
I think they can win over young voters with, despite his freight train of baggage, including his controversial comments about Jewish people and America deserving 9/11. In particular, the far-left streamer has become a constant thorn in the side for Abdul El-Sayed and his supporters after he snagged the Michigan Senate nomination. Moderate Democrat Debbie Dingell has clearly had enough, mostly of the reporters asking her about Piker.
I am done, so don't any reporter ask me again about Hassan Piker. It's not what November is about. Republicans are trying to make it. They're trying to divide us. And we got to stop letting them try to divide us. I don't agree with Hassan.
Representative Dingleberry. Her name's Dingle? Every time I hear Dingle, I just think Dingleberry. What are they talking about with Hassan? So is he supposed to be running for Senate or something?
On Israel, all this stuff. I don't think he is. Okay? I will say this. I am literally the person that is being dangled. And I'm going to tell you once again, he's not moderating on his...
You're being dingleberried.
Ed pretends that he wasn't hanging around with Piker the whole time in order to get this primary and only now wants to moderate.
No, look, and if it walks like a duck, it's an anti-Semitic duck. That's what it... It makes me laugh. When I was a kid coming up, I remember when David Duke ran for office, right? And anyone who voted for David Duke didn't be like, well, I disagree on
Isn't he like the president of the KKK or something?
couple things with him, but his policy on economics, you were a white supremacist or white supremacist sympathizer if you're with him. These guys are with him because he benefits them. So everything he stands for, you had no problem being in a party with him. You had no problem him going up and getting all that attention. This is who they are. They can't cover it up. I get why they're nervous, because they're afraid that the American people might not have the stomach for what they are. But everything that they've said they are, Piker's telling the truth. He's literally the side chick going, no, he was at my house last night. Nope, he was there. I have the photos. He's just
What a world we live in what a world we live in where Twitch streamers are up to be in the Senate. What a world. What a world. I don't talk about politics a lot. I saw this video, it made me chuckle. And, as I get older, it's something that I'm more interested in. Let me know if you guys like this topic. Should I cover more news? Should I cover more controversy like this? Because now that I have a young daughter, it's something that I think about on a pretty regular basis of what's the world that my daughter's going to be raised in? What's the economic status of, myself and the country? What are going to be her opportunities when she gets older? What's the college life like? Is it going to be worth her getting a collegiate level education? Doesn't even seem like. It seems like the colleges lie and they turn women into feminists and they turn them into man-hating misandrists. So as I get older, these are things that I'm more interested in and leaning more towards, so I can learn more, so I can avoid the bad things that are inevitably going to happen because there's always going to be a great divide. We have a bipartisan system in this country. Therefore, you're going to have left, you're going to have right, and they're always going to argue. That's why they created it that way. So there's always this discourse of you versus me. Giant, giant douche and a turd sandwich. It's always going to be that. It's always going to be that. But let me know if you guys enjoyed this style of content. I might cover this a little bit more. I just figured this was relevant. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.